on the Facebook. Asad says, most respect and love to Dr. Zakir from Pakistan. I am a Muslim by birth, but I have never really done Dawah. Would I be considered a good Muslim? It's a very good question by Asad Said, that he's a Muslim from Pakistan, but he has never done Dawah. So would he be considered as a good Muslim? According to Surah Al-Asr, chapter number 103, verse number 1 to 4, verse number 1 to 3, it says, Wal Asr, Innal Insan Lafi Khusr, that by the token of time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking the oath of time, that man is verily in a state of loss. Man is in khasara. Wal Asr, Innal Insan Lafi Khusr, Illa alladhina amanu, wa amilu salihati, wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. That except those who have faith, those who have righteous deed, those who exhort people to truth, and those who exhort people to patience and perseverance. This surah, Surah Al-Asr, is called as Rahe Nijat, the path to salvation. And according to Imam Ash-Shafi'i, he said that if this surah alone was revealed for humanity, it would have been sufficient for the salvation. That means this surah alone would have been sufficient for salvation, for guidance, and nothing else. So this surah says that man is verily in a state of loss, except those who have 4 criteria. Those who have faith, iman, those who amal salihat, who have righteous deed, wa tawasaw bil haqq, inviting people to truth, that is doing dawah and islah. And wa tawasaw bis sabr, inviting people to patience and perseverance. So according to the surah, there are minimum 4 criteria for any human being to go to Jannah. Number 1 is iman, having faith. Number 2, amal salihat, doing righteous deed. Number 4, inviting people to truth, that is doing dawah and islah. And 4th is inviting people to patience and perseverance. If any one of these criteria under normal circumstances is missing, you shall not enter Jannah. If Allah wants to forgive you and put in Jannah, that's Allah's prerogative. Allah says in Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 48 and Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 116 that if Allah pleases, He may forgive any sin, but the sin of shirk He will not forgive. So according to Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 48 and Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 116, Allah may forgive any sin if He wishes, except the sin of shirk He will not forgive. So under normal circumstances, if you are not doing dawah, it is a requirement to go to Jannah. If you don't do dawah, you are not fulfilling the requirement to go to Jannah. It's a fard. If Allah wants to forgive you, it's different, but in normal circumstances, you may be a very good Muslim, you may be praying 5 times a day, you may be fasting in the month of Ramadan, you may be giving zakat, you may have gone for Hajj. But if you do not do dawah, according to Surah Al-Asr, you shall not go to Jannah. So that means dawah is very important. You ask me the question, if I don't do dawah, can I be considered a good Muslim? You cannot be considered as a complete Muslim or a good Muslim or a good practicing Muslim. For you to be a good practicing Muslim, you should do dawah at least part-time. There's another verse in Surah Al-Imran chapter 3 verse number 104 which says, let there arise out of you a band of people that enjoin people to the good and forbid them from doing wrong. This verse of the Quran is talking about full-time da'is. How we have full-time doctors, full-time engineers, full-time lawyers. How many full-time da'is do you have? You can count them on a fingertip. How many people do you have full-time da'is, means who are on the stage or in their life, the major time of the day is going and inviting people, talking to the non-Muslims? How many do we have? You can count them on your fingertips. And Allah says in the Quran in Surah Fussilat chapter 41 verse number 33, the ayah I started this program with, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Who is better in speech than one who invites to the way of thy Lord, works righteousness, and says that I am a Muslim? This verse of the Quran says that the best profession of a Muslim, the best profession for a Muslim is of a da'i. What does the beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was a Muslim. He was a da'i. His main work was to convey the message of Islam to the others. So the best profession for a Muslim is a da'i. So being full-time da'i is the best profession. Being part-time da'i is minimum that's required. So dawah is for every Muslim. And I request all the Muslims and brothers and sisters that whatever possible, however many non-Muslim friends you have, whether Christian, whether Hindu, see to it that you convey the message of Islam. And however many Muslims you have, if you find that something is lacking, you do Islah with them. When we speak to Muslims, giving them more information about Islam, it's called as Islah. When we call the non-Muslims towards Islam, that's called as Dawah. So it's the best that the Muslims should do Dawah and Islah both, so that they can enter Jannah. Hope that answers your question.